What up, everybody? This is Adrian. We're going to be talking about how to become a superhero. There's going to be three things that we're really going to go over when it comes to making this change and really kind of getting there, right? And the first thing that we really need to talk about is why is it so hard to change? Because I think that most people I talk to have tried this journey several times, right? They've tried it off and on, but every time they try it, it just doesn't stick, right? And that's a huge thing because if we're trying to make a change, but we just can't make it stick, that's a big thing. And I know this a lot because myself personally is I've been a trainer for almost 13 years now, but there's a long time where I wasn't in the best shape of my life, where I was just kind of, kind of sort of in shape that like kind of sort of fit, kind of sort of like tacos. And that's cool. But it took me a while. It wasn't until pandemic happened that I really got everything into gear, really got in some of the best shape of my life, and I'm still at my age, which is, I'm only 36, but I'm still crushing it. I set a goal to run across Catalina Island, which was super, super rad and just did an awesome job. And recently, became one of the leading scorers in my lacrosse league, which is great. But I'm doing this at 36. This isn't like me being super young anymore. I'm crushing it. And it's because of several things that I really want to kind of talk about today. That one, we use to change kind of my physique, but two, to really kind of influence and make these changes lifelong, right? So first thing we really want to get into is that life always happens. It's going to continue to happen, right? And when we talk about trying to become a superhero, if we have a plan that we can follow that still works around life happening, we're going to be fine. The other thing is we lack direction. A lot of people don't have the right kind of direction, the right kind of understanding. We see people all the time trying to follow really advanced programs when they're not doing the program that's appropriate for them. And then last one is going to be poor motivation, right? This is a few things. This goes with internal motivation, goes for a few other things, right? So why is it going to be different this time? And that's, I think, where it really comes to this, is that there's going to be three things that you'll need to know to become a superhero, right? First one, we need to leverage that motivation, and then we use that leveraging a motivation to get you up and going, get you to doing all these things that, we keep putting ourselves up to do. Oh, I'm going to do it on Monday. I'm going to do it this day. But then we rely on consistency and habits and that kind of discipline to do it on the days that we may not feel the best to do it, right? And this is a really important thing because I'm sure you've heard people say like, oh, you just need motivation. Or you might have even heard somebody say like, oh, motivation is a lie. You just need discipline, right? But there's ways that we can do both of these things. There's things that we know that motivate people, doing things in a group, doing things like mastery, learning skills, right? When it becomes trying to become a superhero, we set goals that you're excited for. Like when I set my goal to run across Catalina Island, that's what really got my butt into gear. It wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to lose some weight. It was setting some goals that excited me and then really trying to push it and continue that, right? One of the other things we talk about is having a player's guide, right? Knowing what to do and how to get there is really, really, really critical. So when we say a player's guide, this is what we're trying to do. We need to get you to feel strong. We want to get you to feel resilient, and we want to have you have energy, right? When we can do these three things, when you're stronger, when you feel you're more resilient, you're not going to break, and you just move better, then you have better energy, you're going to feel amazing. A big part of this is going to be the fitness program and giving you a program that covers these three things, that moves you in that right direction, right? But isn't hyper focusing on one thing or the other thing, and is also fitting your schedule. This really is huge because when we talk about you doing a program that is going to get you through life and all those things popping up, right? Having it where we can work around those things, having it where you have those strategies is going to be huge. And then the last one is having your Yoda, right? And this is, I think, the big one, is that I had somebody who I could look up to who gave me advice and was there for me. And he was my kind of Yoda and giving me my own inspiration, but also giving me that guidance of like, you're doing too much, scale it back with my more ambitious goals, right? The thing with a lot of people is they're often flying blind. They don't know what to do to get to the next step. They're not sure of how to troubleshoot certain things. And my job isn't always to be there to like tell you exactly what to do. It's to talk to you and have you uncover your own strengths, your own superpowers, so that way you can leverage your own motivations, you can leverage these things, and you can continue to do that long-term troubleshooting things that come up, right? And we know this stuff works because we've seen it happen. We've seen it change with people like Jessica, with people like Chris, with people like my buddy Pat over here who had a really radical transformation, right? ended up losing like 50 pounds and totally transforming his life. But we've done this with countless others, right? So how can you change, right? So one of the really kind of easy steps that you can do is book a meeting down below. Check out all the before and afters that we have. We really want you to believe that this program works, as well as a lot of the stuff that you get in that program that we do. And when you set up that call, it's really 60 minutes. We talk about your goals. What are you struggling with? We spend a lot of time. I'm not there to like pressure you into anything. You can leave your credit card at home or when you're on the call. I'm not going to force you to make a sale right at that moment. So don't feel like you're going to be pressured into anything. It's totally cool. A lot of people make the decision the following day. So other than that, thanks for jumping on. Thanks for listening to this. I can't wait to see you on the other side, and I can't wait to see you become your own superhero so you can really start feeling amazing and getting to where you want to be. If you have any questions, you can always ping me, shoot me a message. Other than that, just book a meeting, find a spot that fits your schedule, and we'll talk soon.